In this reading, we're going to look at how you're going to shine in 2025. What areas of your life are really going to excel this year? This reading will illuminate how you're going to shine like the bright, shiny star that you are this year. Before you have two groups to choose from. Each one represents a collective of people going through the same things as you. For group one, we're going to be working with this deck. And for group two, we're going to be working with this deck. So take a moment to gaze upon the piles and see which one draws you in. If you head on down to the description, you will find the timestamps for each of these collectives. All right, I will see you at your reading. Hello, group one. These are for those of you who chose this card and this deck. Let's get into your reading. All right, so you chose this card, which says triangle, choices, indecision. You've been at a crossroads for a while now, and you haven't known which path to take. And it seems like every path you have tried to take ends up bringing you right back to where you started, so to speak. While you might be wiser and have more experience, I get the frustration of this group of running in circles. Like Nine of Wands. Really trying to persevere, though. You've been working hard, but now you're just not really sure what direction to take. It's been plaguing you. Where I see you shining this year from this card is that you will be very clear in your mind about the direction to take. So let's look at the tarot cards and see more information about how you're going to shine this year. Fountain. Knight of Wands. The Star. Ooh. Two of Swords. We're gonna put that card there so we can move up these ones. See them a little better. All right, we have Page of Coins and Five of Swords. Nine of Cups on the back. The Fountain in this particular deck, this is the Fountain Tarot, represents that wellspring, that void of where we get creativity, where our inspiration comes from. And it'd be like, if you've been seeing the 0 numbers a lot, or 1010 a lot, those numbers would talk about the fountain, because the fountain is an infinite thing that we can tap into at any time to find inspiration, to find those brilliant ideas. And I feel like with you down, it's underneath it, we have the Two of Swords. The way that Two of Swords is depicted, as you can see, she's holding up this Two of Swords, and the way the fabric is draped around her reminds me of the Justice card. And I get the sense here that it's been very difficult for you to make a decision because you feel things haven't been very fair for you. There have been injustices. There have been things working against you that are completely out of your control. And part of the Fountain card here is that trust in having faith in something that you can't see. So just knowing and having faith that something is coming for you, I feel has been very instrumental to how you will shine this year, because this is telling me that you are at a crossroads, but you are about to pick the direction. And it's almost like you have two different directions to go in, but you're not going to go in either one of those directions. It's a new direction you're heading in. You just don't see it yet. The path hasn't been clear yet, but you have been laying down the foundations here. We have Knight of Wands, and underneath this Page of Coins, which is telling me that you have started things. There are things that you've been working on, and have a lot of hopes and dreams, hoping and wishing that these things will be successful. You've put a lot of your passion into it, a lot of your inspiration has gone into it, and money even, and maybe you've earned a little bit of money, and it's very much something that feels stalled, like perhaps you're unsure what direction to take it in or what you should be focusing on. Now we come over here, we have the Star and the Five of Swords underneath. This, I get the sense that this Star is a hard fought win for you. So underneath with the Five of Swords is usually refers to a battle that you can't win. There's no winners. It's only losers. It's just, you think you've won, but you really haven't. It's come at a high price. And perhaps you feel like this has taken from you so much, that it's such a high price for what you want to achieve. But we see this particular Five of Swords, the two other people walking away are the same outfit as this one, and it's in the color red. So it's a sense of feeling secure and safe that perhaps you haven't felt for a while, and that has been lending to this feeling of indecision and not knowing which way to go. And I sense here too that, well, perhaps other people have been working against you, but it's also why you're going to shine. It's your rise. We have the Star here. And the Star, plus the Nine of Cups that was on the back, I feel you're getting your wish is coming true this year. Your wish is coming true, and it's a hard-fought wish. It's not like something that you just thought, I'm going to make this happen, and poof, there it is. No, you've been working really, really hard. This is something that you have been doing for quite some time. And you've basically been laying the groundwork for it. It's just that you found that you can't seem to move forward anymore. I get the sense of, 3 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of a thing. It's like you're not really making ground. But I do sense here where you're going to shine is the fact that you have persevered and you have not given up. And because of all the work that you've put in before, it's going to really pay off. You are going to manifest much of what you've been dreaming of this year. And this is where it's really going to shine, because people are going to wonder, how the hell did you do that? But it didn't just come to you. It came like through blood, sweat, and tears. Like you've been working hard. That's what I really feel here. And I get the sense too that you have felt very deep emotions that you are trying to tread through. I feel the anxiety of this group, and the indecision is coming from an anxiety. It's coming from feeling truly insecure, and I don't mean insecure in yourself necessarily, more like insecure in your financial situation and like the world situation, perhaps in your city. There's been, for example, maybe you live in LA and you live close to those fires. That's something that's, if you're watching this, that's been recently in the news. So you have reasons to feel the way you feel. So this is less about you feeling bad about yourself and more about you feeling bad about where things are going in the world. Or just in your world, perhaps. Maybe you're not seeing the results of your efforts and you're worried about it. And I get the sense that there's real worry here, real worry about how you're going to pay the bills and what does my future look like? And am I doing the right thing? Should I be pursuing another path? I just don't know what to do. And I see real clarity coming for you this year. And I see you picking something. You're going to choose. And your choice will be one that takes you off. But it'll be a hard-fought choice. Like, it's not going to come so easily to you. This has been, something you've been working on for some time. So definitely you're going to feel a lot more enthusiasm this year. You're really going to shine in that way because you're going to be working towards your goals and they're really going to take off. This is the year where things turn around for you because you finally are, working towards one goal, one direction. Instead of feeling pulled in a lot of different directions, you're going to finally see some groundwork being made here with what you've been working on. So let's take a look at the oracle cards to see a little bit more guidance and insight into how you will shine this year. Okay, there's a few cards that I want to come out here, so I'm just going to take all of them. We have you and your loved ones are safe. That's what I was picking up on. I feel a vibe of real insecurity, that you feel very not secure. And again, I picked that up as not something that you feel insecure in yourself, like low self-esteem. No more like you feel insecure in your financial situation, in your housing, and all of these kinds of things, or world events, or you're just worried. I really sense a deep sense of worry. New moon in Cancer coming in here, saying you are and your loved ones are safe, or reassuring you to say that you're protected. You are protected, and know that this year. And so, while you are finally able to make those decisions that you've been needing to make for some time, know that you're safe. This is to give you some ease. It's like the card saying, please don't worry about it. Just, put your worries down and just focus, because you're going to shine this year. Like the star is literally like the shining one. The sun and the star are the two shining cards. They're really great cards to get, especially this, the star in this reading of how you will shine. Well, here you are, the star. So you're going to be the star. People are going to really look up to you. It's like, how did she or he do it? What did they do? How did they do that? Let's see. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Again, another message here about trying to find some peace, stillness. And this, I feel, is where that aha moment is going to come through, where you're really going to have that sense of direction that is really going to take you into that place that you've been wanting to go. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. So I sense here with how you're going to shine with the star and these, I feel like nothing's going to hold you back this year. You're going for it. You're going for it. You're done with the indecision. You're just be bold and make the first move. You're just going to do it. And you're going to be like, fine, I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to go here and we're just going to see. And it's going to work. And so we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. And while I was shuffling this deck, I thought this card's going to come out, and it did. Because I do sense that you're finally going to see results this year. This is where you're going to shine, is that all of the efforts and all of the blood, sweat, and tears that you have put into making something manifest for yourself is finally going to come to fruition for you. So I'm going to just find two more oracle decks to look at for you. Okay, we have miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of the source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Yeah, that's how you're going to shine. It's going to seem like a miracle to other people. It's going to seem like, well, how did you do that? And you're just going to know that it was all hard work. You had to put in the effort. It wasn't some magic trick. It's in 33. Okay, so that's probably a significant number for you as well here. So it's going to seem like a miracle to you. I feel that once you really tap into the fountain's wellspring that you're going to be able to tap into when you allow yourself to meditate, be in a meditative state, is when you're really going to see that direction, when you need to go. All right, let's do one more deck before we finish this one. We're gonna look at that one too, I think. Union. Violet Flame. All right. So what this is telling me, because it wasn't the card that I was going to pull, but it came out by itself. So it's like almost like the deck is saying, you know, acknowledge that you have been through some dark night of the soul here. You've gone through it. You've really gone through it for the past few years. And I feel that this is the real reason why you're having such a hard time making a decision. And just trust that the path will be very clear to you this year. You're going to know what to do. And with Union here, I sense you coming together. Like, see, these two swords are going to come together. Like, all of your indecision and all your varied thoughts are going to come together as one, and you're going to know exactly what to do. And you're going to make that choice. And how you're going to shine in 2025 is because you are going to be so focused that you are going to manifest exactly what you've been wanting to manifest for some time. It will seem like a miracle, but it's not. It is all your own hard work. All right, thank you so much, Group 1. Please do subscribe to this channel. I'd love to have you back. It does support me as a creator, and I just enjoy doing these readings. And, you know, do comment, share, like, and all that kind of stuff. And thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. All right, Group 2. This is for those of you who have chosen this card. You've chosen Heart. We have Love, New Love. While I don't do love readings, I do sense that where you're going to shine is that you're going to, some of you are going to fall in love this year. Now wait, it's not necessarily with a person. You could fall in love with your work, a new job, a new residence, a new home, and there's all kinds of ways that this could manifest in your life. So we're going to take a look at the tarot to see just how it's going to manifest in your life. I don't do love readings. That's something that I just stay away from. They are the most popular things here on YouTube, but I feel, for me personally, I find them to be a bit too personal. And so I stick to readings that are more about developing you, giving you guidance and developing your sense of self-worth and mastering yourself and giving you some encouragement to keep going, fighting the good fight, you know? Okay, so let's see what tarot wants to say. All right, we have Death, but in reverse, okay? So, next we have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have Nine of Swords. Oof. And Seven of Pentacles. Five of Swords. And Four of Cups. Two of Swords on the back. I wonder if a lot of the people choosing this reading also feel drawn to number 1, and I wonder if a lot of people who chose number 1 are feeling drawn to number 2, because there's some similar cards here. A different kind of a reading, but very similar. So let's get into it. There's definitely been some decisions that you've had to make that you haven't been able to make because you feel overwhelmed and tossed around by life. I sense here that you've been really feeling resisting change. There's definitely been a resistance. There's definitely a feeling of a resistance of change here. We have the Death in reverse. Death upright is when things leave your life and you have no control over it, but it's also like, it's like a death. It's just that one phase of your life is ending and one phase is beginning. And I sense that you're resisting this new phase. And you're extremely worried about it with Nine of Swords. It has been a real deep sense of fear that you feel. And I think that's why you've been resisting. And with Seven of Pentacles down here, with also the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups, you see the Five of Swords is a card here of a no-win situation. But look, the Five of Swords is hanging on her wall in this card as a picture, showing up here. So this fear that you have is just confrontation with others, but I also feel like it's a no-win situation. I feel like your resistance to change has to do with you feel that it's truly a no-win situation. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to move ahead. And you've been feeling quite stuck and in a sense of sort of sadness. But that's turning around this year. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming up, and that's telling you your luck is changing. Things are changing, moving in your favor. And the way you're going to shine this year is, I get the sense here is that you're just going to find something new to love. Something new is coming into your life, and it's going to breathe enthusiasm back in, because I really feel like I got kind of prepper vibes in here too. I'm the Seven of Pentacles. I kind of feel like maybe some of you might be so afraid that you've been prepping. But I also, here with the Seven of Pentacles, get the sense here that you've been hesitating making a change. And it's like, once you do, you will reap the rewards. Like, you will get, your harvest will come in. So I sense money is coming into you this year, but this is money that you've earned. So you could be having an increase of your salary this year, or getting a new job, or just maybe if you're working on a side hustle, you're self-employed, that you see an increase in your revenue this year. So I do sense that your hard work is paying off this year, and you don't have to worry so much. But it's also just a turnaround, like some good luck is happening, and it's going to make you feel all giddy, like somebody who's falling in love. I get this sense of a giddiness, like somebody falling in love. And that's really where you're going to shine this year, because it's going to draw people to you. But I do really sense a strong anxiety in this group, and a resistance too. It's like the Nine of Swords, the reason why you're so anxious is because of this Five of Swords energy, where you kind of need to put your swords down. You're not fighting a battle. It's okay. It's like you don't trust anything. You don't trust something. You're having a real crisis of faith in yourself and in your abilities, and also in the world itself. But there's going to be some good luck for you this year. Something's coming in that's going to change your luck, and it's going to help you feel a lot better. So I'm going to take a look at some oracle cards here. I really feel these cards are coming out to say that, there's just certain things that are out of your control. Try not to resist change so much, because, this worry can really cause you to miss like an opportunity coming in. But I also sense too that I think people have, something happened. I feel, okay, so with Nine of Swords, somebody might have actually really hurt you. Somebody might have defeated you, and somebody you trusted, and they betrayed you, or they defeated you in some way. Maybe you had an argument within, like a divorce. Could be a lot of things like that. There's all kinds of stuff that this could mean, but it does have to do with conflict with somebody. A conflict, a severe one, that's causing you to be up all night and worry. And this year, with new love and coming up here, it's showing a real turnaround of that. Death coming in reverse is saying, just don't resist the change. You can't control what happens in the outside world. You can't control what other people do. Understand that there's just some things that you can't control. Resisting it is just, going to make things worse. And your people, you can't control what other people do either. If people are going to hurt you, they're going to hurt you. It does not have to do with you. It's not something you did, and it doesn't mean it will happen again either. Because there's some stress, there's some trauma stress here too, I feel. And these cards are trying to reassure you that it's okay. Just because that happened before, it doesn't mean it'll happen again. And you have some wisdom. Look at the sun shining in now. Things are going to get brighter this year. This is where you're really going to shine, is that you're going to attract some new people into your life that you can trust. On the one hand, it's saying the way you're going to shine is that something wonderful and new is coming into your life. And on the other hand, try not to worry so much. You can't control the outcome of things. You can't control what other people do. And even if things have been, you have maybe real reason to worry, but things are going to turn around, okay? Let's see. Okay. So the last group had 4 come up, and you have 1. So has one message for you. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. When you say don't let pride get in your way, don't look as anyone or anything coming into your life is beneath you right now. Be open to everything, but I also feel like it's a time where you're going to regain much of your self-worth this year, because you have been through enough and you're done. And I really get the sense of a turnaround this year. It's a turnaround year. It will require you to let go of your grip a bit here of control, because you can't control things, and to let certain things go. Old arguments, old fights, people who are toxic, you let them all go. And so new things, there's room for new things to come into your life. And be open to anything, like nothing's beneath you. You never know. I've shared this story before, and I'm going to share it again. I have a friend that used to work at a plumbing company, and she just answered the phones, right? And they were opening up a new office in Hawaii, and they wanted her to go there. So she got to relocate to Hawaii through her plumbing job. Never look down on any opportunity. You have no idea where it could lead to. So that's kind of a message coming through here too. I also get a resistance to shining. That's what I'm feeling here. There's something that you're resisting. You're resisting shining. You're worried that you're going to attract these people that have been really not good for you in the past. But I get the sense here that that's turning around, like that you just have to let go of some of the control. And it's safe for you to shine. That's what I want to say. It's safe for you to shine. Okay. Healing. Oh, beautiful. The frequency of healing supports the intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. You're healing. This year's very much a healing year. I sense it's a turnaround year for you, and that's how you're going to shine. You're going to attract some new love into your life, because you're going to really be working on your anxiety and feeling better, and trying to let go of those letting go of the past, and releasing things from your life that are just no longer serving you, and letting go of the toxic people. Like, this year is really going to be a turnaround year for you, and you're going to be inviting in some new wonderful energy because of it. And that's where you're really going to shine. People are going to see how radiant you are. I get a sense of a radiance, because you're finally letting go of some of these fears, okay? Love. We have 2 messages for love, okay? So some of you will actually meet somebody, and, it'll spark something new. It could be friendship, could be a lover, could be anything. But don't let pride get in your way. Never look at anyone as that they're not right for you, or just give people a chance is what I'm trying to say here. Give people and situations a chance, because you just never know. Really follow your intuitive senses, which is why it's important to really work on anxiety, because anxiety can really block those. It's like a wall between you and your deep knowing. And the more you can work to release that anxiety, and you can sit in a meditation, then you can really start to see, or feel the deep knowing. Okay? Finally, rejuvenation, which comes to healing. Is this a turnaround year for you? I think this is a year where you finally let go of a lot of what you've been fearing, and you're starting to feel better. This is a definitely a turnaround year where you're really going to shine, because you're starting to feel more alive. You're starting to feel like it's safe to kind of come out of your shell, and it's safe to approach people, and it's safe to do new things. And don't be afraid to try anything. Don't let your pride get in the way, right? Don't judge things. Don't judge a book by its cover. Open it up and read it. Let's see. That's how you're going to know. You really need to deeply explore things this year and be open to anything, because you just never know. All right, group 2, thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe my channel. I'd love to have you back. And like, share, support, comment. All of that supports me as a creator here on YouTube. And I'm very much grateful for any support that I can get. I hope to see you again. Bye now.